Now, I already recorded already recorded what I'm about to record. This video was heavy on what you are supposed to do. Okay, so what you're supposed to do. On the previous video, you guys know that I talked about what you're supposed to do, and I talked about number one, knowing the direction. I already recorded this video, and I'm doing it again. It was like 30 minutes video, and it sucks that I have to repeat it again. But since we're already up for it, or we already started it, then let me just do it. Let me just complete. So, number one, what you're supposed to do is knowing the direction. And once you know the direction and know what is going to happen, or what you know you're going to be anticipating, then life becomes so much easier. Okay, that is number one. So, what do I mean by that? Oopsies, it's still selected my pen. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? Knowing the direction, what you're supposed to do. Number one, you have to have an idea on what you are anticipating price to do or what the price is going to do. And for that, you have to get to know number one, creation. Wait, where the hell are my fingers pressing? Creation of support and resistance. I'll also talk about fresh and unfresh levels. Then, when I'm done, the next episode, I think the next video will be about. The next video will be about some. There's some. What can I say? There are some levels that you see price reacting from. Then you're like, what the hell? I did not anticipate that happening, or I did not see it happening from there. So that will be the next level that I will be talking about. But so far, how do we identify a support or a resistance has been created? Yeah. So number one, you'll get to know a support. Yeah. Then after knowing a support, we'll talk about a resistance. Okay. So before I begin, what I'm sharing here, it is not new information. It's information that's already been out there. What I'll be adding is just my personal experience. Yeah. What I've seen with my own eyes, what I've traded personally. Yeah. That is what I'll be sharing. And you'll find that a good number of guys don't get to learn or get to see or get to hear what I am talking about. So, and another reason why I'm actually doing this is there's this really good trader. He's amazing. But he said this, and I quote, whatever I am doing, you cannot find it on YouTube. Fine, yes, you will not find it on YouTube simply because of one thing and one thing alone. On YouTube, you will not find someone to guide you through it, like proper through it. Yeah, on YouTube, you will not find that. Even what I'm sharing, it's more of a sense of direction than actually taking you through each and every step by step because that's work. I kid you not, it's work. And when I hear someone saying that I will teach you forex trading, it's just $100, and they actually like follow up to teach you, this person is usually exhausted in matters regarding on just teaching you and coaching you throughout the whole process, right? This person is usually exhausted. I thought $100 It's not a lot of money. Technically, it might be his Wi-Fi subscription that's ideally, if we stretch it so much, is like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, depending on the type of internet that the guy is getting. But for me, that is roughly 3 months. Yeah, even less. Anyways, actually, it's 3 months to be exact. Anyways, that being said, how is a support? Yeah, a support. A support is created by two candles. By two candles. Now, this is also same with the resistance removed. This is also same with the resistance. But what two candles am I talking about? What two candles am I talking about? Since a support, did I spell resistance wrongly? Anyways, it doesn't matter. What do I mean when I say a support? Support means it's something that's holding price to the upside, right? So if it's holding price to the upside, it means price is going down, then comes back up, right? This is what I mean when I say a support. Now, I have used a path. A path technically indicates price was moving to the downside. Then when it got back down there, the next candlestick that popped up, what the hell is not here? Okay, let me use that. Control, drag, no, control, drag it. Yeah. Then this one went to the upside, right? Let me just change the color. Let me change the color. Which color do I like? Let me use purple. Now, as price was moving to the downside, price ended up closing there. Then the next candle opened, then pushed to the upside. Now, at times you'll see that this one has a wick like this. Okay, I need to put these ones like this. Yeah, that is the only way it will make sense because this is the weekly chart. It will be looking like this. Oopsies. It will be looking like this. At times you'll find that this has a wick like this. At times it will have opened exactly next to it like this. At times you'll find that it opened over here, then pushed to the upside. Yeah, there is technically no formula in how this candlestick will behave, but at the end of the day, you just have to know if this one closes. Wait, if this candle closes, if it was moving down like this, it was moving down. Then after it moved down, it closed here. The next candlestick opened and it closed above. It could have closed like this, right? Or closed like this, or even opened over here, then closed over here, or opened over there, then it went up, created a wick over there, then it closed over there. It doesn't matter. This is the creation of a support. Don't worry about fresh and unfresh. We'll talk about that when the time comes. Yeah. So the fresh level is there. So what do you anticipate? You anticipate when price is coming, it will come tap. Then after it taps, okay, when did I press Alt? Let me press Control. It will come, tap, then push to the upside. So what do I mean by this? Price closed here. Okay. After price closing there, price will, it might come like this, or open like this, or this is the open here. After it opens over here like this, it's usually when price opens, it's usually a flat line like that. Yeah. When price opens, it will move down, tap this level. It can tap it like that, it can go like that, it can even go through these wicks, but price will end up closing like that, right? Then price goes like that. This one might be the one doing that. If it doesn't do that, then it can actually happen like this. There's the next one. There's the next one. Oopsies. Then the next one. Now this one might be the one that decides. Yeah, it might decide that I'm coming. And where it does it come to? It comes back all the way, taps it, like it will open here. It will open here, then it will go down, tap it. It can even go like this. It can tap it, go all the way till here. It will go inside, then suddenly pushes to the upside, then keeps going up. Right? It's something that happens. It's not magic. It's not something that I came up with. It's something that happens in the market on a regular basis. This is a support level. Now, if you have understood how a V level, a support, is created, the resistance is the opposite, the vice versa. And what do I mean by the opposite? I mean this. Let me just change this candlesticks. Okay, let me just suggest this. Just in case you guys decide that you don't understand the simple concept, let me use it. You don't understand the simple concept. Now, price will be moving bullish, right? Because we did a support, now we're talking about a resistance. Resistance is price is resisting to move to a specific or going to close below a specific area. That is a resistance. Now for this, price is moving to the upside. It was going up, as you guys can see. When price goes up, it gets to this level, it closes. Doesn't matter if it wicks like that or it was like that. Price was just moving bullish. Oopsies. Price was just moving bullish. And if you get to understand why and how price was moving bullish, it makes this sensical information that price was moving up, then it got to a specific level, then after getting to that specific level, price closed, then it moved to the downside. Now, this week can be there. It can be um, it can be a level that didn't have a week. It doesn't matter. It can be in any different shape or form. But one thing that you have to understand, this level is supposed to get tapped by the price, then price will move to the downside. But we'll have a conversation about that much later. But this one, when price is moving up, it closes, then the other opens, then close below. It doesn't matter how this one closes. It can be as small as this, it can be as large as this. It doesn't matter. What matters specifically is, did this level form? Yeah? Now, we have talked about support, we have talked about resistance. So after talking about it, how do we mark it on the charts? How do we mark it on the charts? Now, I'll go to the weekly time frame. Yeah. While I'm at the weekly time frame, I think I'll focus on this level here. Excuse me. Yeah. Now we have this level of concentration. Wait. We have this as our level of concentration. Now, since we are marking our key levels and we are marking the support and the resistance, I'll start with some resistance. You guys can see price was moving to the upside, right? Price got here, it went high. This was the open, high, okay, open, low, high, close. It closed here. After closing, this other opened, created a high, then went ahead, created a low, then it closed right? So how do we mark it? You see this first candle, the one was bullish, then ended up closing. You click that closing, yeah, that is your support, right? Open, high, low, close. Open, low, high, close if it's a bullish one, yeah. So after you've seen that, go ahead, mark as many supports as you can or resistance as you can, right? Make sure if it's moving up, it's the close of the bullish candlestick. Yeah, price was moving to the upside, it opened here. This is a bullish candle. It went low, it went high, it closed there. Price came tapped, then moved to the downside. Yeah, then price created another level over here. Price opened over here. Let me just zoom in again so that you guys can see. This is our area of concentration. Yeah, price opened here, created a low, created a high, then closed. Then the next one opened, did not create a high but just dipped, created a low, then closed here. Now, after that happened, guess what did price do? It created that level. So after that, guess what price did? It created another key level here. So you mark the close of the bullish candlestick for resistance. For support, you mark the bearish candlestick. And it's still the same, just difference in the direction. Price was going down, then it went high. I told you that at times it doesn't matter as long as this one over here closes bullish, you have a key level over here. So this one, price opened, created an high, created a low, then it closed. Then this one, price opened, created a low, then created the high, then came back and closed. So this is a support. Price came tapped, went to the upside, right? Same here. Price opened. I'm sure you're wondering. Yes, price opened, went created an high, then created a low here, then it closed. Yep, that is a key level. Yeah, you see what price did? It came tapped, then moved to the upside, closed there, closed bullish. So it happens over and over and over and over. You can see price came, went low, created the lowest of the day, then closed there. Next day, price opened, created a low, then went high, then closed. Right? Price came back, tapped the resistance, then it flew to the other resistance. Right? So this thing happens over and over and over. Yes, price created a low, opened, created a high, created a low, closed. Next one was bullish, right? Now, for this one is different. Price ran through it, then price went to the upside, then ran through it again. But guess what? It closed below it, yeah? So the next day, price tapped that it was supposed to be a resistance. It was broken. After it broken, oh, it's supposed to be a support. Then it got broken. Then it got broken again. Then it got broken again. So this time it became a resistance. Yeah. So after it becoming a resistance, it pushed price to the downside. So as you can see, it happens again and again and again. Sometimes price smashes through it. Sometimes it obeys, gives a good number of pips, then price washes that level. It's something that happens recursively again and again and again and again and so on and so forth. Right? So you have to mark your key level. Price was moving to the downside. Yeah, it opened here, created a high, created a low, then closed. Mark that level. Now I told you price can sometimes weak it. It can go below the previous that level, then it can go to keep rallying to the upside. Yeah, you can see over here price was going low. Yeah, it was going down. It opened here, created a high, created a low, then closed. Yeah, it's something that happens again and again and again and again. Now I said I will show you about creation of fresh and this is creation of support and resistance. So apart from creation of support and resistance, there's this thing we call fresh and unfresh. So what the hell is that fresh and unfresh? Now, um, I believe some people have learned about mitigation. Others have learned about, we call it liquidity consumption. Others, we can say it's a used area or not used area. It's just talking about the same thing. Some people give it difficult names. Some people make it as simple as possible for any and everyone to understand. For a fresh level, it means one thing: price will go to react there. That is what we consider a fresh level. Now, fucking hell. So for for this fresh level to be created, you have to anticipate one thing. When price is moving down, then move, it creates this level here, right? After it creates that level, you'll see or get to notice one thing. Price came, as we speak on this one specifically. Oopsie. As we speak on this one specifically, price came, created this V. You can see, created this V, then shot to the upside. This one came, tapped that level. Yeah, it came tapped that level. After it tapped this level was not fresh because price tapped it. Okay, but this one price went up, then this one created a high, opened, created a high, created a low, then closed. This level here, you can see it, right? When you look to the left, you'll notice one thing: price has not touched it. Okay, price has not touched it. Even this at the level, price was created a high, created a low, then it broke it, right? I talked about price going back, support becoming a resistance. Now price closed here and price came here. You can see price technically has not touched it unless it's a different broker that actually tapped it, because brokers, I technically tell guys, when you're dealing with brokers, technically just move through different bunch of brokers to be certain of something. Yeah, because last week I told my guys in the community that we will be selling gold, we'll be buying and selling. I told guys when we're selling and when we're buying, but guys couldn't have noted that unless they were switching from different brokers, right? Now, um, let's see. Oh, when I press Alt T is technically a shortcut for the trend line. Yeah. So if you'd like to know how to put or use your shortcuts, there's these keys that are usually here. You can technically be using them to your advantage. Yeah, you can see this level. Price came, didn't tap it. Price came, tapped it, gave it a few pips, then show it flew. Now, I've talked about fresh, I've talked about unfresh levels, I've talked about creation of support and resistance. Yeah, as you guys can see, price was moving to the upside. It created an open, then it went created this mad high. You can see the wick. created that mad high. After creating that mad high, then it went and created a low, then closed here, right? After it closed there, the next day it opened, created a low, then it created a high, then it closed. Guess what? The next week, price tapped it, then moved to the upside. It doesn't just happen in the weekly time frame, it happens in the daily, the monthly, you name it, it happens there. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And if you are wondering, yes, low, open, high, low, close that level there, right? Now, open, low, no, it didn't create a low. Open, high, low, close. Then after this, the next day does what? It opens, creates an high, creates a low, then it closes. Then the next day it created another one. Which other one? This one. Yeah. It opened over here, created a high, created a low, then it closed. The next day opened, created a low, then a high. This is a V level. So if you go to your candlesticks, it looks like it went, created a V, created an A, created a V, then created an V, an A that was up here. So yeah, this is also a key level. So if you are struggling identifying those, you can move to your line chart and mark as many fresh or unfresh levels. Now I've told you if price taps it, it's like this. If price comes and taps it like this, then moves to the upside, it's a fresh level. It's an When price taps it, like with just a week, the level is not fresh, right? So when price has not tapped like this one over here, when price has not tapped that level, it technically means it's fresh. So what happened? What about this one? Yeah, it is an A level as you guys can see. Then price went to the upside, right? If price manages or goes through that level like this, if this one was fresh, let me delete that. If this one was fresh, then price broke through it without tapping it, it's still fresh, right? And if price breaks through it again without tapping it, it is still fresh. Okay, so the reason why price came here is because of this level was fresh. Price always attracts, it's attracted by fresh levels, any fresh level. So I've talked about the level itself, I've talked about creation of fresh, and so on and so forth. As you guys can see, price created an open, low, high, close, right? Price broke. Guess what? Price tapped here, then moved to the upside, right? So it happens a bunch, it happens a lot, it happens on different time frames. Oopsies. It happens on different time frames. It's not just the 1 hour, the weekly, the daily. It happens on each and every different time frame. Yeah. And if it happens on every time frame, it technically means you need to portray, you need to get to know when and how you're going to be spotting it. Yeah. And if you're able to spot it, it makes your life so much easier. As you guys can see, if you're looking to sell over here, this key level was created yesterday. So price came up, tap, two, and price has closed below that weekly key level. Now you can look for sales on BTC or whatever, but that's just by the way of what you expect or what to see, yeah, while you are getting ready to trade the forex market. So number one, you get to know the direction. Which direction? After a support level is created, you know the direction is bullish. If a resistance level is created, then you know it is bearish. So on a high time frame, you get to know a specific direction. This is where I'm moving. On a lower time frame, that has proven to be difficult, very difficult. But on lower time frame, that's where we get our entries. Our entries, if you're getting them on a lower time frame, it means that you are technically getting it easy. What do I mean by easy? You're technically getting it with a low stop loss. You have risk, you risk less. Like technically you don't risk a lot of money to make a lot of money, right? Yeah. So that's all I had for you guys today. So before you go, before you even hit the subscribe button, you can scroll through to the link description. I'm thinking about starting a newsletter, and I'd like you to fill that form so that I can get to know what you would like to hear in my newsletter. It will be something very heavy, something very fun, something that can actually, it will be educational with engaging and very interesting conversations of the newsletter. So if you genuinely read and you would be interested in joining my newsletter in the future, maybe in like a month, yeah, this would be a lovely opportunity for you. Yeah. So as you guys can see, we've talked about a lot, and if you've gotten up to here, it means that you actually learned something. And kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.